Welcome, listeners, to My Fantasy Wife, the weekly sports meets comedy meets marriage podcast where a husband and a wife discuss sports and fantasy leagues and their impact on pop culture and relationships, including their own. I'm the wife, comedian Blair Postman.
Hey.
Hey! I'm joined by my husband, who is a sports stat expert, Mr. Gary Hames.
Hey, Gary.
Hey! Our hot topics and social media maven returns, comedian and pet nurse Drew Harrison.
Hello.
Ow! And rounding things out, sound engineer, comedian, a man about town, Mr. Louis Bishop.
Oh, hey, Gary.
I get Spencer every week.
To never miss our weekly episodes and extras, subscribe in iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at My Fantasy Wife Podcast, Twitter at My Fant Wife, and support the podcast by liking and rating us in iTunes. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Miss any of that? Then just go to our website, myfantasywife.com, with links to everything. Gary?
Yeah.
Tell us about this week's sponsor.
Yeah. All right, no problem. In case you didn't know it, this week's sponsor is Podhive. Podhive matches small to mid-sized podcasts with paying advertisers who love podcasts and podcast listeners. Now they're signing up new podcasts. Go figure. Go to podhive.com for more information. That's podhive.com, and it doesn't cost anything. For those of you who want to start their own podcast, God knows why, and upgrade your hosting through Libsyn, you can use the promo code PODHIVE for discounts. That's discount code PODHIVE. Hey, I had a thought. It's actually a wife and two husbands.
Well, I guess I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm married to you. Like, you, a husband and wife are doing
what?
it together. Like,
You're married to me?
it's confusing. I know. It came as a shock to me as well.
And your family.
And, well, there you go. And I guess Louis is someone's husband.
Yeah.
But he is not, I don't want to confuse the situation like we're in a polygamous
Wait a minute.
thing.
Louis is someone's husband?
Louis is someone's husband. Now, Drew, it used to be 3 husbands.
Former husband.
Yes,
Wow.
but this has worked.
Is this how you guys welcome me back?
This is I don't know. Gary started it, Drew.
Thanks.
You have some kind of problem with
We're just
with
pouring
that whole situation?
some.
No.
salt,
I that's why I say, like, you and I are the husband and wife.
Okay.
All right. Is that what you were driving at, or did you mean something else?
No, it's a husband and two husbands and a wife. You
Yes.
said every day.
Episode 94. Gary's wanting a breakdown of what the show is.
Right. We want to get down to the real nitty gritty.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, hey everyone. Hey Drew. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
How was that? Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could not. That's fine.
Yeah,
too.
our loyal listeners will remember that Drew live tweeted from last week's Panther game.
Well, it was a good game. It was close.
Yeah, it was a good game if you weren't a Panthers fan.
And then they turn around and lose to the Bucks today. What is wrong with this world?
I don't know.
Who? The Chiefs.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, probably because the Bucks are better team than Panthers. That's
Don't say.
normally what
Hurts
happens.
so much.
wow. Okay. Hold on. We'll save it. We'll save it for the football part. And Mr. Bishop,
So structured.
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hold on. I have to reply to Drew. Structure makes things more fun.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's what we learned.
I
Haven't we learned that,
apologize.
Drew?
You're right. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Nothing says fun like rules. Okay.
I feel like I'm a broken man after last week. So
Well,
whatever you say, Blake. I'm sorry.
Oh well, that's
Sorry.
a little sad. I might need you to find a little more fight in you yet, Drew.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Bishop reminded me this morning via Facebook that I'm dead already,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I just don't realize it yet.
okay. Well, hey, all right. Speaking of which, so you're doing well, Mr. Bishop?
I'm doing well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate if Drew didn't talk about our private messages that I just sent him.
Right, sure,
I
but
apologize. My
yeah,
Yeah.
apparently nothing is sacred anymore. But other
Yeah.
than that, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm doing good. I heard you guys had a dog at a show. I had 2 dogs at my show last night. Not a problem, but yeah.
Oh,
everything's
you
good.
really? Well,
Were they service dogs?
Are you saying Tyler performed?
No,
did, yeah.
no, like a canine dog.
An actual
dog
I
was
gotcha.
that we did a show at Drew and Matt Milner have a monthly showcase at Lucky Joe's, and they invited me to perform among others. And there was a very It wasn't like, oh, look, a dog and it's adorable. It was a very angry and ill-behaved dog with owners who did not care, sitting up right in the front.
Very much
barking.
so disrupted Will's set. He probably suffered the most from it.
Really. I sang to the dog. I tried to sing dog-friendly songs to it and chill it out. And then it sang along with me. It started howling.
Cats in the Cradle.
No. Oh, that would have been a good one.
Oh, yeah,
that would have made him
yeah.
mad. No, I sang a very poignant rendition of Who Let the
Atomic
Dogs Out.
Dog.
No,
You did. That was a very
I did.
jazz club.
Who let
the dogs out?
the dogs out? Woo, woo. Like that. And then I sang part of the, American Tail?
Atomic Dog.
I don't know that. Is that David Bowie? No.
Yippee-yow, yippee-yay.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
You know that one.
So Mr. Bishop, what
know
kind
that
of
one, Blair.
what kind of okay? What you're so weird. What is
What is the
what was your
capital?
dog situation?
Oh,
Your show. There were a lot of shows last night.
yeah. Gary was right. Tyler showed up with his mom. Whoa!
Wow.
What?
So he's finally just thrown in the towel.
Oh!
Whoa!
Speaking of Tyler, he did want me to convey he's waiting for his NASCAR championship belt.
Well, we saw that there was something about
this
NASCAR.
race is
but
still to
we'll-
go. He hasn't won yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, everybody. Don't worry. There's no rush. We're all getting there.
I could have a fabulous week and catch him.
Yeah. Hey, so Lewis, were the dogs at your show very well behaved?
Yeah, they were fine. Yeah.
See?
Well, you know.
Maybe the dogs that go to a.
You mean there was dogs at the Juggling Gypsy?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Oh,
Believe it or
wow.
not.
How was that shit? Was it a
Trump's
good show?
America. You know what I'm saying?
But that's suddenly dogs everywhere.
Yeah.
Which sounded like a good thing,
Right.
but not when they're sicked on you.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the thing is that
Well, yeah,
The
The-
dog got sick on you?
No, when like
I felt like
when
the
you
dog
sick
was
a
a-
dog on somebody.
I felt like the dog at any moment was gonna.
Yeah,
snap
it
loose.
was not. It was not in a good place.
Wow.
The dog. Yeah, sorry.
well, my thing is, you're right when they come and I set them in place. You know, I let them know that I wasn't going to just post about it on Facebook, that I would take them outside
Right.
and beat them half to death.
Right.
But, you know, you guys sing to the dogs. I let them know right from the get-go.
Well,
There's
I
not
mean,
going
it
to be
was okay
any
with-
of that hoopla on your dog.
No. He's a taskmaster.
Right.
He's
You-
a disciplinarian.
You bark. Oh.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
You see, Drew, that's a situation in which rules would have made it more fun. And the rule was that you can't have your barking
Well,
dog.
you
got to
do the rules for me next time.
Okay,
right?
well, because I already have a pretty fun reputation around town with the
We're
comics.
just gonna
so.
bring you up right from the get go. You lay down the rules, and then we'll take over.
Hey,
the
people spending money at this venue. you
show.
have
And now
to
it's the
dogs.
rules.
you have to leave.
Well, get to the dogs at the dog park.
Okay.
Or
All right,
park.
guys. Hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you about our upcoming guests. This week we have comedian Sam Evans. This is episode 94. Woo!
Yay.
Can you guys believe that? Episode 95, we're going to have Quincy Jones out of L.A. Woo! And then episode 96, Aaron Foley.
Yay.
Yay! Episode 97, Sam Talent.
Oh, nice.
Yay! Episode 98, Aparna Nanjala is going to do a redo.
Yeah.
Yay! And then we got 99, so we're still working on. And then 100, episode 100, guys.
When is that
Wow.
gonna be?
It's going to be January 7th, I think.
Have you announced
Well,
about
hold on
getting
a second. That reminds me. So, you guys don't have a problem taping the afternoon of December 31st, which is a Sunday, right? When we
December 31st is a Saturday.
So January 1st, you guys don't have a problem taping January 1st, which is
like 7 a.m.?
like 7 a.m. No, I was thinking like 3 or 4. We'll talk about it
I
offline.
might have to work. Yeah.
We'll talk about it off. But you have to work on New Year's
might
Day.
have to.
I might have to, too.
Okay, we'll see. We'll figure it out. That's a
I'm
little
pretty sure I
inside
worked New Year's Day
baseball.
last year.
It's a little
I
inside
have
baseball.
collard greens and black-eyed peas to cook as well.
Yes.
so.
All right. Well, we'll see. But yeah, our episode 100 is coming up, so hopefully we'll have something cool. I'm
Have you
just
announced
amazed.
Chris Rock yet, or are we saving
Gary,
it for the...
come on, man.
Way to ruin the bit.
Why? Again, you private message somebody something, and they don't know when it came on a promo. Now we're going to have to get somebody else. Now I have to call Chris Rock's agent and cancel him, and that's embarrassing for all of us.
Right.
Mostly for Chris Rock. Okay, guys. You ready to do a little... Hey, the enthusiasm
next?
in the room today
What-
is palpable.
What segment next, Blair?
Hey, let's do a little fact-checking. I know that it is not the fact-checking music, but could I have the change music? I like it. I just like it before the news segment. It seems nice.
Fact checking.
Fact-checking. What would you make a fact-checking theme song? Would that be your choice? You gotta work on it.
I'll think about it.
Gonna do fact check. Hey guys, let's do a little fact checking.
All right.
This is a part of the podcast where we correct the mistakes we made last week to make room for the mistakes we are going to make this week. And let's start with this.
What happens when we stop making mistakes?
And start making it real.
Right.
Like in real world.
What
Yeah.
happened to that show?
I don't know.
I can't believe Survivor's still going and it's not.
And in real world, is it?
Yeah.
Gary, you said last week that this is a sports show. Are you sure?
Yes.
Is it, though?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No.
Change music, then.
That's it? That's the only fact check?
No, we were talking about highlight. Talking about highlight, and Gary, you were saying you didn't think the concha was the court, and there was some disagreement about the lingo.
And was it Wills that said that?
Yeah,
I
and
think he
looked
actually
it up.
just mispronounced.
No,
it.
no, no. Here, I listened to the episode.
Oh, I never do that.
Yeah, I know. And so, fronton is the building that the court is in, but the court is a concha. And Wills had looked it up and said it was a concha. And you're like, no, isn't it a fronton? Well, they're
I love
two.
that you follow up. Is this a sports show? Highlight.
It is technically a sport.
So you're saying that Gary was right?
Yeah, well, everybody was right, sort of, in that scenario,
No.
which is nice.
If Will said it was that the
Court.
the court was
No.
the building,
No. I think Gary said it was the fronton, and Will said it was the concha.
said what was the what?
The court where the highlight is
Can anybody ask for the change of thing music? Or is it just
Go ahead there. We'll take a change music there, Mr. Bishop.
I'm just saying who was right and who was wrong.
I think Wills was right, but Wills was reading from the computer. And Gary wasn't totally wrong because the fronton is the building in which highlight is played, but apparently, like nesting dolls, each of them has its own name.
All right, hold on. Let me put it in other terms then.
Okay. Please.
I love when Bishop gets passionate about something. It makes
By
it
all
makes me
means.
happy.
Sorry, I think I wanted to move on. What?
No.
Put it in other terms.
I
first.
would say, okay, say if I'm driving and I stop and I ask, hey, where is the highlight fronton? And you send me to the court, that's kind of wrong, right?
No, well, the court is like the racquetball court in which it's played, and the building in which this racquetball court-esque thing is held is
It's
called the
YMCA.
fronton.
Yes.
The fronton is the YMCA. The concha is the racquetball court
Okay.
within the YMCA.
All right.
All right. I'm glad we settled that. Whew, can I have some change music, please?
Why?
All right, Gary, let's get down to brass tacks. And the thing that most disrupted the episode last week by far, it's not exactly a fact check. It's more of a we want more facts check.
Okay.
And it's this. Lewis and everyone on the podcast found out that your dad was a magician. Mr. Bishop was very upset that it had taken 93 episodes for him to
Right.
find out. Our celebrity guest, Brittany Novak, was fascinated. I kind of threw it out there as an aside. I should have known it would have been
Oh, come on, you had to
a
see
little
that
interesting. Is this Magic
Magic
Man?
Man, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Magic Dad.
Oh, he's a magic dad. So, Gary, is there any particular story about his magicianship, or when did you first know that your father was a magician?
Well, he didn't start out as a magician. He started
They
out
never do,
as
right?
a-
It always starts out fine.
I had no idea
They're just a clown.
that he had any idea what magic was until after he moved away. Like,
Okay.
I didn't know. And then, like...
So, like, after he and your
so,
mom
like,
split up.
yeah, he
it-
leaves at 10 and he shows up again at 16 with
his
a bunch
bachelor
of...
lifestyle was magicianship.
Yeah, he shows
Okay.
up 6 years later with a bunch of, like, magic trophies.
Okay,
So, I guess he found magic
right.
in the
Some
arms
people
of another
found-
woman.
Right. Some people find religion, or okay. Some guys buy
And
a sports
the
car.
funniest thing was we had in the entrance hall we had one of those stereos that looks like a piece of furniture. It's like
Yes.
a big
Old
mahogany
school, yeah.
thing, like 9 feet long, but had just a stereo in it with speakers built into it.
Right.
And he invented a trick
Okay.
that no one had ever thought of before, which I don't even know what it was because I knew nothing about it. And he got a 6 foot tall trophy for it.
Oh, my.
And it sat
Wow.
on this stereo. And so it was up to the ceiling, like it was this huge
At
trophy.
his place or at your mom's?
No, at our house.
Why was his trophy after they split up at your mom's house?
My memory of it is that while he was there, it was mailed to us.
Oh.
Like to give to him or whatever, and he had no good place to, take it, so he just left it on display on
That's
the
kind of
stereo.
like a big screw you.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I left. By the way, now you got this 6-foot magic trophy. You gotta
And it
deal with.
became this running joke, like, we'd be out to dinner, and he'd turn to me and go, hey, by the way, did I ever tell you about the time I won the... And then he would say some magic trophy thing, and I was like, he would do that once a day the rest of my life.
If you would see
That
it.
I saw him. Every time I saw him, he'd say that, yeah.
Which was like every 6 years.
Yeah, but I mean, still, consistently, 30 years later, he's turning to me in the middle of our wedding. He's like, hey, by the way, did I ever tell you about that magic trophy?
Right. Yeah, that's quite the running gag he's
Yeah,
got going
so-
there. Did you have any other questions for Gary Lewis?
Well, here's the little thing: is that he was as much a balloon magician,
I'm sorry.
a balloon
Did
animal.
Did that not come up last week? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
yeah.
Well-
That's what he spent his 9 years of education to the PhD level in classical Greek on, was making balloon animals and being a magician.
I used to know how to make balloon animals.
Well, one thing that Gary said was that his father was a magician and that he would go around debunking magic
Yes,
Yes.
that was his favorite thing to
to
do.
children and other people. So that was like
Do you know who Uri Geller is?
Yes.
no.
He hated
He
Uri
was in
Geller.
the talk shows a lot in like the 60s, maybe
He could-
70s,
he
and
could-
he always claimed he
He
could like
bend
bend spoons with his mind.
That made my father insane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that and the drugs.
Well, yeah. So did you
Your
have-
dad was on drugs, or
No, I think I just think he was of a generation where people were taking drugs and their babies were all deformed.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought you meant like Uri Geller being on drugs also made your dad mad.
No, he just hated.
Yeah, that's what I thought
He hated
too.
like these fakes that claimed to do stuff and would take people's money.
Right.
He didn't like that. He wanted to take their money by debunking people that took their money.
He was
Right.
about the love of the magic.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Well, did he have a magic name? Like what?
Like the great Santini, although that's a different kind of thing. Yeah, that's not a positive role model.
No, he was too angry and
Like-
like people might hire him if he had a name.
Right.
Right. He didn't want to do
He didn't want to
that.
be. He didn't want any money. He just wanted to be miserable.
Right. All right. Any other questions? Nothing about the balloon animals. No questions about that. Didn't he come to your college town
He had
and
a
like started
s-
doing balloon animals?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
He come to your college?
Yeah, when I was a junior in college, he showed up one day and rented a one-bedroom apartment and just started hanging around.
Like you haven't seen him in years.
No, I started hanging around the grounds of the college making balloon animals.
And how did you find out that he was there? I mean,
I walked out in the field one day and he was making balloon animals.
So yeah. So and you the drinking picked up somewhere around there.
So, well,
Probably.
not because of that, but
No.
it was a little
Didn't help.
It was a little embarrassing and
And weird because it's not like you guys have been chill.
yeah, and like he didn't look successful.
He didn't look like.
And the
You know,
image-
it's one thing for your father to come out of the blue to your college town, set up shop, and he's a successful balloon animal artist.
Yeah.
But if you're a hack balloon animal artist, then it's embarrassing.
It was more like, let's go to the mall on a Saturday and sit on a bench and make balloon animals, and if someone stops and asks me what I'm doing, I'll give them one, and maybe they'll give me $1.
Okay.
did he have an outfit?
Well,
Like a
he
cape?
liked to buy all polyester, jet black pants, black shirt, and black like sports coat, all in
Nice.
polyester, the cheapest level things you could find. He would just wear it, but it wasn't a magician outfit. He wore that day and night all the time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it would also be appropriate for a down low
sort
kind of
looked
magician.
Like he's sort of, if you didn't look too closely, he kind of looked like a teacher or a professor. But then when you saw the quality of the clothing, you thought he was homeless.
Okay. All right.
Now that I've uplifted
Well,
everyone's
hey,
spirits.
I was kind of looking for something a
I'm
little,
gonna need a couple more weeks off.
little
for-
fun balloon animal story, and there we go. All right, can I please have a change?
And every time he would pop one, he would say, "Fuck." which didn't go over well always.
Oh, with the kids. I don't know. He's just so
And
defeated
he
by.
hated Americans. Hated them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was your father wasn't American?
Oh, he was American. Yeah.
For the love of God, change
He
the pace music.
he was
We're
from-
learning more and more depressing
He's from
shit.
Texas, but yeah,
Yeah.
change it. Change it. You see, Drew, you never met your dad, but
Did I tell you?
not necessarily a bad thing.
I got a quick little story that will
Is
illustrate
it roast Drew every chance we get? He
No,
used to
I
be
was-
a husband. He never met his dad.
Oh, I meant it as a good thing. I was
just to
trying
su-
to change the topic.
Just to sum it up, I have a quick little story that'll perfectly illustrate his personality.
Is there anything funny?
Yeah, it's
in
hilarious.
Is it really? Okay.
Yes,
I
we
don't
went out to
trust how
dinner.
I said it's
I
hilarious.
we
feel
went out
like
to
we're gonna have
dinner.
to edit the first half of this.
We went
out.
out to dinner. My high school friend of mine and myself and my father on one of his visits when I was graduating went out to dinner for at a buffet, a Western sizzling buffet or something like that, and it closed at 10, and we got there at 1 minute of 10. And they brought us in and kept the buffet up long enough for us to eat. My father smoked cigarettes and drank coffee for about an hour and a half after we finished. And then in the end, we were literally, not only were we the only, but they sent the help home too. It was just our waiter and the three of us and a guy standing by the door with a key, and the lights are going out. It was really horrific. And they were nice, and the waiter could not have been nicer. And in the end, he brought us a check, and he said, "Have a nice one." And my dad said, "Have a nice what?" And he said, "I don't know, whatever comes up." And as we were walking out the door, my father turned over his shoulder and said, "It might be the food."
It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That made me anxious hearing that.
Yeah, my palms are sweating. Hey, how about that change of topic music?
And yet,
Oh my god! No, we had the music. No more.
and yet,
Why?
in the good cop bad cop scheme of things, my father was the good cop.
I know. Well, look. Okay, can I have the change of music?
Hold on.
No,
Jesus
no.
Christ!
It's another episode.
Oh,
The good
It's a-
cop to who?
To my mother, who was the bad cop.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Next, change music.
She was an illusionist.
A necromancer.
Right. Exactly. She was
16
dangerous.
hit dice. You didn't want to fuck with her.
Yeah, dangerous. All right. Please, can I have the change music?
for the love
Well,
of
if
God!
anyone is still listening, it's time for Hot Topics, guys. Hey, here's something fun. Hey, it's the it's the
I don't know
podcast-
if we can recoup from that.
podcast. Yes, we can with this podcast episode before Thanksgiving, and I just wanted to share with you guys my favorite thing growing up at Thanksgiving was the WKRP in Cincinnati episode with the famous Turkeys Can Fly episode. And do you know WKRP in Cincinnati?
I never
Drew?
watched it. I know what
Gary,
it is,
you
but
know
I think it's
I've
actually
never
turkeys
watched
can't fly.
Well, I don't want to ruin it. Spoiler alert.
All right.
Some people don't know.
Who hurt you, Gary?
Mr.
Jesus.
Bishop, were you a WKRP? I mean, it's a little before your time, but
Yeah,
I
a
mean,
little bit, but
you're in radio, so
I liked it whenever I would catch it, like on Nick at Night or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
See,
but,
I was a Mary Tyler Moore fan. Is that kind of the same thing?
sure.
Okay.
And
Wow.
it's a little earlier.
That was my favorite show.
But this is set in a radio station for the young kids who don't know, and they're doing a remote, and it's a small family-owned radio station in Cincinnati.
What was Mary Tyler Moore a spinoff of? Wasn't she a spinoff of
No,
something?
she was not a.
Or was there a
no,
spinoff of
Rhoda
her
was
show?
Rhoda was a spinoff of Mary
Okay,
Tyler Moore,
okay. I knew there was something.
and there's also one about the Cloris Leachman character as
Gotcha.
well. But a small family-owned Cincinnati radio station, and the owner, who's a little hapless, has told everyone he's come up with a great idea to promote the station at Thanksgiving. And I think that's enough setup. So, Mr. Bishop,
What a sight, ladies and gentlemen, what a sight.
Les Nessman doing a
Helicopter
remote.
seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object. Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second to the third. There's no parachutes yet. Those can't be skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh, my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! One just went through the windshield of a parked car! This is terrible. The cars running around pushing each other? Oh, my goodness! Oh, the humanity! People are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement.
Okay.
Jesus.
It goes on from
What the fuck is wrong with everybody today?
As God is my witness,
Witness.
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
turkeys could
the
fly.
last line of the episode. Then they go back to the office. The manager of the station comes out and says, "God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly."
It is a dark week. For
It was
my fantasy
hilarious.
life.
Hey, can we
And-
play the complete Alice's Restaurant next?
No, oh, that's a Thanksgiving thing too,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
No, isn't that like an hour long?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
Okay.
want to do that.
All right.
Didn't radio stations used to play that so they didn't really have to have anyone
Yeah.
working? They
It's
play it back.
a nice little number, a good tune.
Well, maybe we'll just make that episode 100.
No.
That'll be our special.
Well, because you can play it
thing.
at Christmas too.
There you go.
It's kind of a Christmassy thing.
All right, guys. Can I?
It's about gratitude.
Yeah,
A little bit of gratitude.
I have a lot of
Need
gratitude.
more of that in the world.
Yeah, we do. That's lovely. And also somehow not lifting the dark pall that has come over the episode.
Good job.
I was just grateful I got something to eat that night
it-
before we got arrested.
Yes.
Is it it gets dark sooner now? Is that what's
Maybe.
going on?
I don't know. I felt pretty good coming in. Can we have a change of topic? Hey, guys, college
thought
football.
I was the sad one in the
College
group.
football. You guys know about that?
Nah, last weekend was the shit. This weekend there's nothing.
But I thought there's lots of confusion about what might happen.
Yeah.
Oh, is this my coughing? That's not me. That's not me. I am going to talk over it so everyone knows that this is not me. Go ahead. He's trying to cheer you up.
Do you think Troll Lewis is okay? I haven't heard from him in a long time, and I'm worried something happened to him.
No, I think he's under the bridge hibernating. It got cold out.
Okay.
Oh, stop it. I know you're trying to cheer up the guys, and I appreciate that. So, come on, guys. College football. What's going
What
on?
sort of coffee you'd get if you didn't do anything but drink coffee and smoke cigarettes?
Right. Okay. Look, college football.
I mean, nothing's set until Ohio State, Michigan next week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
Is that literally all we got?
Louisville did lose, so they're out
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
So that whole pipe dream's over.
Yes.
So Clemson. I mean, who does Clemson play in the ACC championship?
Probably Virginia. Is it Virginia Tech?
That's gonna be boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Virginia Tech just beat whatchamacallit, Notre Dame, right? This past week. So
It should have been Carolina. Those bastards.
They're not technically eliminated, I don't think, but it seems unlikely. Yeah.
So I heard talk that the guy from Houston that beat Louisville, whatever, is might be up for the Texas job.
Yes, he's probably the most sought after, upcoming coach in the whole
Yes.
universe of college football.
Yeah, I mean, look at what he's done. Jesus.
What has he done?
Well, he's
I'm
turned
like, hey,
Houston
pretend
into,
I don't know what he's done.
Yeah.
Now, pretend or actually you don't know what he's done.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. What did he do?
He's taken a Houston.
Okay.
The University of Houston. who's
not
never
not
been known-
historically a dominant
No,
college football.
not
all
at
the former executives at Enron are like, oh, thank God something else finally happened
Right, to wash
in
away that.
Houston.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, yeah, I mean, that team's been fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, can I have a change of topic music?
Okay. Fine.
Do. All right, guys, pick what you like. NASCAR, NHL, NBA. What are the hot things going on?
Final race in NASCAR today, right?
As we walked inside, it looked like perhaps Carl Edwards had a leg up on the NASCAR
Yes.
victory.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking into it as we speak.
And what is that a surprise?
He's probably not everybody's first choice, but he's a good driver. He's been in there. NASCAR, it's always pretty much top favorite heavy. When's the last time somebody came out of nowhere to dominate NASCAR?
Jimmy Johnson.
Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson? What are you talking about? The guy's won 18.
I know, but no one saw that happening.
Oh, the first time?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I wasn't born yet. So.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't around either.
So it's
Wait,
been
what?
a while.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean you wasn't born yet?
No, it's just been a long time. Is what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying, Jimmy Johnson, no one saw he was going to win 4 straight when he started.
I thought it was the Cowboys coach. I didn't even understand that it was a different person.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's the guy from Extends.
So how does he get that hair into the low slung?
It's a different. If it's
Yeah.
different.
No, I figured it out eventually.
Eventually, yeah, sure.
So.
Eventually. All
Is
right.
this a sandwich guy?
62 laps to go. Johnson's up to 6. Kyle Busch closing in on Logano and Edwards.
Wow.
Whatever happened to Kyle Petty, huh? That's my question.
Dude, me and Tyler were just talking about Tyler Petty.
Tyler Petty?
Tyler Petty.
Kyle Petty.
Kyle Petty today.
Tyler
What
Perry.
about him?
Tyler Perry.
Race car
the
driver Tyler Perry.
What
yeah.
about? Yeah.
About how just because he had the Petty name, he was still a terrible, terrible NASCAR driver.
Oh, all right. So it was not a positive thing about him.
Come on,
Hey,
if
guys,
I bring it up on this podcast, it
What's
can't
your
be a positive
favorite
thing.
upbeat thing about the NBA or the NHL? Come on,
Well, there was
guys.
there was that
Blackhawks are doing good.
there was that
Okay,
death on the there was
okay.
there was that death on the court in Boston.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Really? Someone died?
Nah, I'm just trying to.
There was no
Bring the
some
show
hockey
down.
player had a heart attack or something on the ice in Arizona this
For real?
week. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone's
but
talking
what's-
about the expansion. Everyone's
what's the
'cause
expansion?
Las Vegas NHL going into Las Vegas.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Is that official?
Yeah,
All right.
it's been
And
done.
and what are they going to name it?
I don't know if they've come up with a name yet.
Ice Pirates?
Wow, that's a good
really,
name.
really.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's one of the better things. You guys are really making me step up my game here today.
Ice
It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, that
It's
was
a
the worst
crazy-
movie ever made,
crazy
or at least
time.
in the top 5 according to one of our mini polls.
Yeah, it's It's a old 80s
It's no Young
movie
Einstein,
about,
but it's bad.
old 80s movie about time traveling for it's just out.
Evidently, there's no water in the universe except on this one planet. So
They're set to announce their team name on Tuesday.
I have that their name's going to be the Las Vegas Dealers.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
No,
I
you don't like that?
No, I really like that.
That's all right. I mean,
Come
Showgirls
on.
would have been nice. Are they going to have sparkly outfits?
The early rumors pegged Desert Knights as the favorite from 3 choices.
All right.
yeah, any hockey team with desert in its name seems like an odd.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about
Desert Knights? What
Desert
the
Knights?
fuck?
Desert Knights.
Like,
Nights.
kind of like.
Why?
It's a play on words.
Yes, because you go out at night in the desert in Las Vegas. But yeah, I agree. Any team name in the NHL with the word
Why do you
desert
have the
in it
Knights, though?
doesn't work for
Desert
me.
Yes.
and Knights?
This is the North Pole Desert Inferno.
How about I'll have like something on the rocks, like like a drink, a scotch on the rocks, because ice in it, and people drink a lot in Las Vegas. Okay, I'll work on it.
Okay.
I'll work on it and get back to you.
No, you made
Any
me
other
laugh.
super positive, upbeat things about the NBA, NHL, or NASCAR, guys? I mean, if it's not there, don't reach for it. I don't want anyone to get hurt here.
I watched a few minutes of NBA yesterday.
You heard what just happened when Blair reached for that Scotch on the Rocks joke.
Yeah,
so
that
we
went
don't want that to
nowhere fast.
happen.
Okay, so the chance.
That was a mistake.
Here's what they're down to: Las Vegas Silver Knights,
All right.
Desert Knights,
Uh-huh.
Golden Knights.
What?
What
Did you guys
the
think that dealers don't sound good
They sound fantastic now.
compared to everything night?
Yeah, compared to
Dealers
everything
sounds
now.
fantastic.
Dealers sounds nice. Maybe it might also mean drug dealers, not just
No.
card dealers. All right. Well, those are terrible names.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm not excited about.
now you've
anymore.
murdered the dream of hockey in the desert for me somehow
Yes.
by reminding me that we're in the desert.
Yes.
Are you gonna wear armor?
All
The
right.
fuck?
Can we?
Their coach is named Chance Games, though. So
No, is that not true?
Chance Games.
Shut up. Is it true?
I wish.
I guess
That
we'll
was a
find
great,
out on
but
fact
you know
checking
what?
next
That
week.
was fun, and I liked it. I appreciate the spirit.
right.
Can we have the change music, please? Like where your head's at there, Gary. All right, guys. Last week, Wills said that the alternate name for this podcast, it was going to be.
Wow.
What's going on there?
Sorry.
I think a meteor just.
Something just happened. Wills said that alternate name for the podcast, we were choosing between My Fantasy
Yes.
Wife, and it was, Can I Please Just Finish This? That was the other
Is that why you
alternate.
banned him and brought back Drew?
No, but I thought of some other possible names.
Oh, okay.
That would maybe you guys would like.
I forgot
If
we
you- 'cause
retitled
Will-
this. I know one. How about the Blair Postman makes up funny joke hour?
Okay, how about that? That sounds great. I love that one. But I mean, in keeping with sort of these desert nights and these names,
Okay.
one of them I came up was For the Love of Christ. That's
Wow,
one.
really?
Because I say that a lot. You don't hear it because you don't listen to the podcast. But Puns or Funs. I thought that'd be fun. Folks About Town. But we'd say it like, Folks About Town. Dun 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 dun. Like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. 99.
Yes.
I thought you would like that.
I do.
Tangents.
Uh-huh.
That was another one.
Sounds
And-
like a fruit.
It does a little bit. And my final idea was One Night in Bangkok, the theme from Chess.
Yeah, it's
what
Broadway musical chess.
Do you have any thoughts what we should have named this podcast, Drew? I don't want to make you have fun by accident.
No.
I
Okay.
like all of those, but I think Will's was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Oh my God! Can I please
Please
effing just finish this?
Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. Oh, this is... you see, Gary? Mr. Bishop's got your back. He's playing this terrible, terrible song. It's been months, but I brought it up. I knew this would probably happen, and I did it anyway.
Toto.
Wow.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
All right, guys. Well, no need for the change music if you want to keep that going. But we do have to move on to the NFL. Are you guys ready for
Yeah.
some football?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Okay.
Dun,
Are
dun,
you
dun,
guys
dun, dun, dun,
ready?
dun.
Oh, look, we got some football
Wait a minute.
music
Wait a
going.
minute. I want to listen to this. What the hell is that?
It's some kind. It sounds actually like an evening news from the '70s, like from Anchorman.
It's like
Stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the movie about the children in the Swiss mountains with the Nazis?
What?
Sound of Music?
Yeah, this sounds a little like the theme song from Sound of Music 3.
No, not this. But this.
Did they make it in the late 80s?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, like
like a remake.
yeah, except
okay.
2 remakes, like down one generation.
Right, the TV version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Direct to video.
Sounds like a
Quite
show
a-
in the 80s.
Yeah, it
the
does.
theme song.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, the winner of last week's Pick 5
Yes.
was Mr. Brian Bava.
He was
So
kicking my ass.
That's
this week.
lots of applause
Why?
to him, Mr. Brian, because he's a little more focused on it than you, I guess. And
I won the week before.
yeah, and then
I have a fact check question.
oh, what?
How much did he pay you to let him win every week?
Nothing.
I heard you
You
guys
just doing it
didn't-
for free?
Just not letting him win. He just sends in things, and they are the closest things.
Right.
I heard you guys didn't like my song I picked out last week.
Well, it was. It took a little while to get to the song part.
Let's
Okay.
be fair. It sucked.
Okay, it did.
Yeah,
It was.
I picked
terrible.
it because I knew you guys would hate it.
Okay,
Right.
thank you. Well,
Well,
and
as
along
bad
those
as it
lines-
was here with that song, it was worse in Panther Stadium.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
See, why we got to go there?
Along
Why?
those lines, his victory song. Do you happen to have that available, Mr. Bishop?
I have it on vinyl. 1 second.
Okay, great.
Vinyl?
Well, he's an
Wow.
old school, DJ. Yep. This is, which is still better than what Drew had, and still better than your fish fun song.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. America.
I just wanna- I
loves
wanna
this
hear the
song
Family Guy
even
version.
Now. You know what? That could be arranged. Congratulations, Mr. Brian Brava. Here's your victory song.
Gonna run out and find a version. Forget the cod. Are gonna need a sturgeon.
No,
Yeah,
don't
mine's
try
much
to,
better.
Don't try to
Mine's
co-op.
much better.
Don't touch this with your crazy fish pun song. All right, guys. How about those fantasy league standings there?
Pulling them up right now.
All right.
ESPN's little app thing doesn't really like me right now.
All right.
Drinking 40s is still 10-0.
Which one's drinking 40s?
Alex Conti.
Oh, he changed his name. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is the worst performance by my base fantasy team in about 10 years.
Timmy Booth is number 1 in the West,
Wow.
followed by Funches.
Alright.
Of Funcheses.
Yeah, there's a
Team
great
Culpepper is second in the East.
there's a great disparity between the
East and the West.
Yeah, in
And it's
our
bullshit.
league, it is bullshit. It is bullshit. How's Mr. Bishop's team doing?
Team Red Rockets is 3-7.
All right,
All right, yeah, we can still
I
turn
think that's
around.
better
Let's
than last
see
year.
what you got going on today. You are currently beating Team Kearney
Yeah,
All right,
and are projected to whip his ass.
right,
all
that's what
right.
I do.
Wow.
wow. Gary still lost. to him.
Dinkity dink dink. It remains the only person to come on and talk trash about how good his fantasy football team is.
Oh, I'm supposed to go back and get more people. Oh, yeah, I forgot
God,
about
I'm getting destroyed.
that. Oh,
Once Dink talked trash, he broke the
Blair
mold.
Postman is
Right.
going to get the win.
Some of it grew back.
His Team Culpepper is not. This is not the week Conti's going to lose.
No, I
Okay.
told you that's the worst performance my big team has had in 10
Okay,
years.
all right.
Not good.
okay, guys. All right. Any so NFL in general? Any surprises this past week?
The
Anything
fucking
Panthers
won. Jesus
on
Christ.
Thursday? It's so
That's a
weird
huge
because
surprise.
I'm
in
I'm
between-
really worried about Luke Kuechly, to be honest.
Why are you worried
He
about
got
him?
another concussion.
Oh, and Rob Gronkowski got hit in the chest and like his lung is flat or something bad
It's
happened.
because you keep cursing him by picking him first.
No, I'm not cursing him. He's still worth every penny.
Didn't you pick him first last year and he got hurt?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
feel like
Yeah, it
that's
was
a
a really
causal
nasty.
effect.
It was a really bad injury.
I didn't see it. What happened?
It burst the sac that his insert was in, and silicone is now leaking directly into his chest
What's
cavity.
insert?
His,
What-
his artificial breast,
What? Oh,
his implant.
oh, implant. Okay, all right. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, he has breast implants.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's hot.
He
I don't know if
seems.
you've seen
I
him.
know, but he seems like
Gary
seems,
sounded like such a.
he's so
hot.
naturally attractive. Why you got to go do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
think he
He
needed
looks
that.
like a fucking caveman. What are you?
If
talking
some is good, more is better.
I don't know. All right, guys. Is there anything else going on with football? I mean, otherwise we'll call our guests.
Well,
and-
we're
yeah, go ahead.
I can remember what me and Drew were talking about, and you made us stop. So
What's that?
Earlier, me and Drew were talking something at the beginning, and you said, "Shut
Save
up."
it. Oh,
Save it for football.
Right.
But what she
Yeah,
meant
what
was
were we
forget about it when
no,
it
I
comes
can't
around.
remember
Right.
what it was. I'm not asking to move on. I'm asking because I honestly can't remember. I have no idea. So what was it?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Well,
Ah.
while we're in the
Oh, it was Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
they beat the
Kansas City
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't seem like the most important.
No,
topic
yeah,
of
you're
the
right.
day. Since it's Thanksgiving week, and we're in the spirit of gratitude, we could all take a moment to thank the Lord for America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, being 9-1.
They're not America's team anymore.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Look, I don't like it either, Drew.
The
but-
Patriots are still America's team.
But,
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Trust me, I don't
guys,
like that
remember
choice
when-
any better.
Do you just hate football now,
You know, I just
Drew?
noticed this week that
No.
Dak Prescott's initials were DP. So every time he beats a team, he can say they were DP'd.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right.
What
See,
is it?
this is why America hates the Cowboys. Not because of the team, because of their
right.
fans.
You might be right.
I think Blair had a question. What was it? You seem like you were
Well,
about to
no,
ask.
I wanted to see if there was anything that talking about football that would make Drew happy.
Oh, I thought you were about to ask what DP was.
Oh yeah, what's TP?
I don't
The
know.
only thing that's going to make me happy now is if
Oh
Tony
no!
Romo
it's-
gets
Oh,
traded
I
away.
got an idea of what it means.
What is it? What do you think?
Wait, is the
It means
first,
you've been Dak Prescotted.
No, is the first word deep?
No.
No.
Oh,
Hold on, but
The
what do
first
you think?
word is
Oh,
double.
no. I want to hear what you think.
I'm not gonna say it. What's
Okay.
the first word?
Okay.
Double.
Oh, password. Okay, I like this. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, then my second word was correct.
Yes.
Okay, but I
You
was
just
going
thought it
with
was deep. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And what's your second word?
Presentation.
Double presentation.
Double
Yes,
presentation.
I mean,
Or-
to an
Yes.
Or
extent,
deep
yes.
presentation.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fun. I learned something new.
Yes.
Thanks, honey.
I was simply referring to the quarterback. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Drew, is there anything about... We got to move on here in a second, but is there anything about football that gives you joy anymore, Drew?
The sooner the Cowboys lose in the playoffs.
Oh, my God. That even the positive thing is negative.
They're not losing in the playoffs. They're
Every-
going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Our
Jesus
sixth
Christ.
Super
No,
Bowl.
they're
So negative.
That's not
Lewis,
negative. I'm positive.
Well, how do you deal with all the negativity you encounter?
Who,
You know-
me?
Yeah.
His Raiders are doing fantastic.
I
this year.
know.
It's, you're just going to take one day at a time.
Right.
Realize that Drew's already dead. He doesn't
Right.
even realize it.
right, exactly.
You
It's
know.
like a ghost thing or
Right.
something. Okay.
And, and try to enjoy life, and just
The best we
always,
can.
Yeah. And also, I wonder why you didn't, the other name for the podcast was, guys, we got to move on soon.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a
Or guys, we got to call our guest now.
yeah.
Or Gary, shut the hell up.
I never say hell, and I never say shut up. I say it after when we're alone,
Right.
And then I make Gary
Hey,
cry.
tell him what you say at the house, though.
No, I don't say anything at the house. I'm very sweet.
No.
I am sweet.
She hits me because she loves me.
No, stop it.
Well, how else are you going to learn?
Okay.
don't know.
Oh gosh, this is darkness. All right, Gary, will you hold? We're gonna call our.
She wanted to take me to
Can you
Vegas so
hold
we could see Slappy White.
all this. We did see Slappy White in Vegas. All right, guys, we're going to call Sam
Hold
Evans
on.
here. A great way to find all your comedy podcasts is on Laughable, by the way. Laughable app. It's really cool. I use it.
Hello.
May I speak to Sam Evans, please?
I think you have the wrong number.
I think I do, too. But thank you.
Who is
Just
this?
out of curiosity, we're recording a podcast right now. What's your name?
Jasleen.
Jesleen?
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful name.
Jesleen, do you live in the Cincinnati area?
No, I have to go. Can I call you back in a little bit?
Oh,
No,
that'd be
actually, yeah,
That's
whatever.
just
That's cool. Thank you. Okay. That was
She's going to call us
You
back.
freaked her out.
I mean, we never had that happen before.
Would you-
Honestly, I've
Did
got to
you call
go.
the
Can
right
I
number?
call you back in a little bit? Really?
That was a good.
Okay, let's
Jasleen?
Did you dial it?
That's
right?
a.
No, I think I put in a wrong numeral.
I think the comedian gave
I
you a
have it in
fake
here
number.
too. No.
This is like a Seinfeld
This is
episode.
the one right from his email. So this is the right
Uh-huh,
one. I typed the wrong number.
If
on my
Jasleen
sheet.
answers,
If
something's up.
Jasleen answers.
Do you live in the Cincinnati area?
Yeah, that was creepy.
Oh,
Are you alone?
What's your address?
hello, is this Sam?
This is he.
Oh, Sam, this is Blair Postman from My Fantasy Wife podcast. I just called a wrong number, and Jasleen answered, and then I asked
She
her.
does not live in the
And I
Cincinnati
asked her
area.
if she lives in the Cincinnati area, and she got freaked out and hung up. Hey, how you doing, Sam?
I'm well. Did I give you the wrong number?
No, I put it on our show outline, and I
Transposed
twisted it.
something.
I transposed something.
Yeah, we have
Hey,
513
no! Don't give Jasleen's number.
6.
La 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 la
You
la.
can call Jasleen back if you want.
No, Jasleen.
No,
is-
she's going to call us back, actually.
Jasleen is no longer taking our calls.
Right.
Jasleen said though she's got to go. She'll call us back, but I feel like she's not going to. I feel like she was blowing us off. Hey, Sam. So let me introduce you to who's here in the room with us.
Yeah.
We've got my husband, sports stat expert Gary Hames.
Howdy.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, man.
And we've got our hot topics and social media maven, comedian Drew Harrison.
Hey, what's up,
Hi,
man?
Drew.
And then our sound engineer, comedian, and man about town, Mr. Louis Bishop.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, Louie, what's up, man?
Hey.
Hey.
He's way more excited to talk to me.
I know. Well, aren't we all? That's pretty standard. Well, I'm going to do a little intro for you here, Sam, for our listeners. Listeners, Sam Evans is a comic originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, unlike Jesleen. After winning the 2012 Funniest Person in Cincinnati competition, Sam relocated to New York City in order to pursue comedy further and was rewarded in 2014 when he was selected as one of the new faces of the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Big round of applause in studio for Sam Evans, everybody. Yay! So, Sam, I unlike you will have to listen to the episode when we post it because it was weird.
It was
and
pretty funny.
I think I really scared this girl
Yeah.
by accident.
Yeah, she did.
In retrospect, I was a very scary person on the phone.
You wanted to know too much too
I
fast.
wanted to know a lot of information very quickly from her, and it was it would not have been okay.
Yeah,
if I
Jesleen,
were-
before you hang up, how much money do you make?
Yeah, it was a little like that. So
I'm really excited.
yeah, it's going to be good. It's probably the best thing that's happened so
Oh,
far.
definitely.
In the episode.
This has been a horrific episode.
It's a godsend. Everyone's a little depressed here.
Yeah,
everyone's
okay.
a little depressed here. Drew's is a Panthers fan, and he went
Former
to,
husband.
He's a former husband. Gary,
Never
My
met
dad's a
my dad.
magician.
Gary's been talking about his dad, who was a magician, but in a very sad way. Like it, not in a sad, just like a more pathetic way.
yeah.
So that's where we are while we bring you into this, Sam. So you are a Cincinnati Bengals fan, right?
So you're
Oh,
depressed
yeah.
too. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was not a good day for us.
No.
oh, what happened with the Bengals today? Normally I try to keep
The entire
up.
team got injured and then they lost.
What-
Yeah.
Well,
Just,
I want to hear Sam's version
Okay.
of it.
No, I mean you really hit the nail on the head.
Put the nail in the
entire team got
coffin.
injured, and then also just we have a kicker who, I mean, already kind of had his head on the chopping block, and
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be out of a job if not this week, but certainly after this season. So nobody really feels good, and yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? You're going to fit in right just perfectly here on this episode, Sam.
that's
Don't
good.
you guys have that? Who's the redheaded quarterback?
Dalton.
Andy Dalton, the
Yeah.
Red Rifle.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's actually doing well. I think he's fine. The offensive line can't really protect him at all right now, so he's just getting kind of beaten to hell. I think they said today they had like 28 sacks total, and their total for last year, the whole season, was like 20, so he's not really feeling good, I think.
All right. Well, fun fact: Gary plays many fantasy football leagues each season, and
yeah.
in theory for the podcast, how many do you have, Gary? 34?
Yeah, 36, I think,
30,
actually.
36.
Did you really play 36?
Yes. We don't talk a lot, but yes. And
It's a ridiculous amount of work, and I'm never doing it again.
And last year he only did 25, and so I think
That was
the
a lot of work.
That's the limit, I think. But the one of the fun things, he does theme teams in these random leagues that he joins. And for the second year in the row, you've done an all players from cat named teams team. Right. So just Bengals, Jaguars, Panthers, and Lions.
Yes.
And they were a big hit last year. They
Well,
did very
the Jaguars donated quite a few offensive players last year that are not holding up their part of the deal
Yeah.
this year.
Hearns is killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I learned about the redheaded man, Mr. Dalton.
Yes, because he was our cat quarterback
He
last
was a
year.
cat quarterback last year.
Because someone
Yeah,
else...
you didn't go Matthew Stafford.
Well, the problem with this is the other 9 strangers in my randomly generated league that don't know anything about it do not help me out by not drafting my cat team guys. So I don't
Yeah.
even get all the ones I want.
Yeah, so it's a battle. It's a battle. But I hear, or you told me that you only got into watching sports in your mid to late 20s. How's that? What happened?
yeah,
what happened with that?
I just started watching the Bengals when I still lived in Cincinnati, kind of passively, just because so many of my friends were into it. And then when I moved to New York, I just watched every football game just because really I was just so lonely, and
Right.
it just gave me
Right.
that between that and fantasy, it like gave me something to do, and
Kept you busy.
Kind of, yeah. And I saw the enjoyment because I was like, oh well, I have no friends. Maybe I can
Right.
just watch football and forget about my feelings. And
Right.
it turns out
Yeah.
that's a great reason to watch football.
Yeah.
That is a great reason. Hey, well, what were you doing before your mid-20s, instead of watching football? Was it friend-related things? Were you a Dungeons & Dragons guy? Like, what was going on there?
I wasn't like too nerdy. I was into music, and it was like college years. I drank a lot.
Sure. Some people drink and watch football, but yeah, I gotcha.
yeah.
I gotcha.
I drink and just do stupid things. I ran into a brick wall once.
Sure.
So that was
Wow.
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Literally into a brick wall.
I believe you. I am.
You ran in literally into it. Did you also make a timely stitch that saved you 9 later?
Oh,
Sorry?
Other stereotypical things that we might have done. I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
you may. Oh, things Gary say. Other sayings
Yes.
that you might actually do
Ran
in
head
real
fir-
life.
Was it head first into a brick wall that you ran?
It was head first, yeah. It was. I was trying to jump into a pile of cardboard boxes.
Of course you
and
were.
I was very drunk, and I really overestimated.
Didn't see the
just
wall.
Didn't see anything after the wall.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Wow. So it's and you had friends. So you're saying maybe that contributed to not really being into NFL and sports and stuff before that.
Sure.
But
yeah, I had a pretty active social life, I would say.
Right. That really contributed to not having to watch football. So what were you then you got to New York and now you've started this podcast, Fuck You, We Like the Bengals.
Yeah.
Do you need
Wow.
to change the name of that, or you're still good with that name, or after today?
No, I mean, we kind of riff on it each time. We're just like, fuck you, in spite of everything. We still like the Bengals.
All right.
That's
And it's
kind
you
of
and
the theme.
Alex Stone, I believe, is your co-host.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it's good. Last year was great. It was a playoff year. Obviously, we didn't win in the playoffs, but the regular season was very fun. And this year, it is just a test of willpower.
Okay. Well, it's like, can you still keep a podcast with that title when things aren't maybe going so fun?
Right.
Yeah.
But we're holding strong, and it's always easy to talk shit. So that's
What's something that you've hit upon this season to continue to make you like the Bengals?
I really like. I mean, we still have like good star players. AJ Green went down with like a hamstring thing today. Hopefully, he's okay. But Tyler Eifert, I also, in spite of how they kind of blew our playoff game last year, I really like our renegade troublemaker defensive players because they're just fun to watch and be psychos. Vontez Burfict and Adam Jones, they're crazy, but they at least give the team attitude. Something like that. So
Well, I was also thinking, because I tend to come at this sports stuff from a different angle. What about those helmets with the stripies on them?
Yeah.
With the
they're
tiger stripes. That's
they're
something.
far and away the best looking.
I mean,
team
I think
in
those are the
NFL.
best
Yeah.
helmets.
Best helmet. That was my second favorite team growing up. Was the Bengals?
You
It was
told me that
purely
once.
because of the helmet. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you evolved past that, and that's still where my head's at. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still. That's pretty much how I'm. I would think that like those Jaguars. Do Jaguars have spots? Because that's an opportunity for them.
Yeah,
on
they're
those
really
helmets.
different.
Jaguars have very weird, sort of like
Matte
fade to a
black,
different color matte helmets.
No, they should have spots. Something
think they-
fun.
I
you know
agree
what
with you.
the Lions should do? They should put like a lion mane on the helmet, like a fuzzy lion mane on the helmet, and that could cut down on concussions.
Yeah.
Guys,
You could
what
have a
about
3 foot
that?
long lion tail coming out of the back of the pants, and then the runner could get pulled down from behind.
That's ridiculous. We're talking about helmets.
It's a
Right.
breakaway tail. If anybody grabs
Yes,
Right, it's
right, a breakaway tail.
like a lizard.
All right, I like it.
We dress them all up, and suddenly it's Cats the musical.
I love the idea of fuck you, we still like the Bengals. That sort of spirit is tough to keep up. The Subway oriented group that I started, Fuck You, I Still Love Jared, is very difficult to get behind sometimes. But you just gotta have faith. So
Wow, and Get Behind was a very unfortunate. Yeah. Okay.
That's a bold stance to take.
So
Yeah.
does that give you now? Drew's having a tough season here. Sam, are you getting anything from this Drew that gives you any inspiration to soldier on? I mean, you guys, you still we get those.
they're actually still gonna win the fucking division, probably.
Okay. Well,
Probably.
I mean,
Wait, who? The Panthers? You're a
Panthers,
Panthers
yeah.
fan, right?
Yep.
Drew?
Yeah.
Are they going to win the division?
They're
No,
right there.
Falcons were-
It
No.
depends on if the Falcons falcon it up this year or not.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
Are they
falconed
one
it up
game
real good
back or
last
2
year.
games
They're
back?
two.
2 games back with 6 to go.
all right.
Sam, I think it
That'd be
really
amazing if they won the division. That'd be incredible.
it's really up to like if all the Saints, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers all die in a plane crash.
Right.
Then yeah, it's possible.
Like one
Yeah,
plane
which
crash
is
of 3
feasible.
planes.
It is feasible.
That's
if you've
feasible.
seen these
That can,
teams.
yeah, that can,
Yeah,
that
just
can
think back
happen.
to 1970s Sewanee, who was looking like they were going to finish second, and then that Marshall plane just...
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Yep. So that's not the most depressing thing we've said on the podcast today, though.
Amazing Southern Conference comebacks.
Yeah, that is wow. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So,
Jesus.
so
Christ.
Sam, you said though, aside from NFL, that you just went to your first, and I bring this up particularly because Mr. Bishop has a long background in wrestling. You you went to see pro wrestling for the first time last weekend, and I believe to quote you here, you said it was the fucking best. So,
Yeah.
what was the fucking?
incredible.
What did you see? And what
What
was
show did you go to?
fucking bestness about it?
We went to the wrestling company was called Evolve. I
Yeah.
believe.
Oh, they're
Remember
doing great
Evolve?
things right now.
What's
Yeah.
like so cool about them? Why are they cool?
They have the top indie guys right now. It's
indie
fantastic.
Yeah.
guys. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, from
like
India.
what are
No,
their
it's true.
stories?
My roommate took me, and he's very very deep in the game, and he was saying it was really exciting because like every other person that was coming out, he was like, this person's like made an appearance in the WWE or is kind of like on their way up, and so it's very cool to see these guys who are like wildly popular, and they're like in front of a crowd that just appreciates them more than anybody, you know.
Right.
yeah.
We also had like second row seat, and I was just impressed with the actual. You know, you go to something that's not the top tier, and
Right.
you're like, oh, I bet this will be okay. And I was blown away by the
Yeah.
physicality of it. The last match, they literally ripped the entire ring apart. It was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Intense. I was also sitting next to like a 6-year-old boy with the thickest Coke bottle glasses
Right.
I've ever seen, and he was just screaming his head off, and so that added. to
Very
my excitement.
adorable.
Wow.
You're like, I am now myself transformed into a 6-year-old boy with coke.
You know,
glasses.
Yeah.
ripping
I
the
was
ring
like
apart
30.
won't do it. You have to actually drop it into the fires at Mount Doom.
Okay, Gary, that's not different. It's a different kind of ring. Different kind of ring.
All right.
Keep your geek stuff in line.
No, I think that's why because Sam, I grew up a huge wrestling fan,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I'm still a fan of it today. Is it reminds me of that 6-year-old kid just screaming when my mom would take me to like WWF events.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just it's so much fun, and there's so much like joyful abandon in it. Kind of. Does that make sense?
Do you have do you have a favorite team or man?
Wrestling.
man?
And I will tell you, the guy that I saw, I can't remember his first name. But
Drew
his
will
last
know
name, this guy Kincaid. Have you seen him, Drew?
Reuben Kincaid from the Partridge Family?
No, not Reuben Kincaid. I want to say it was
he
like
dead?
Jared Kincaid or something like that. And his hair was in braids. He had
Oh
puka
yeah.
shell
He's on
necklaces.
Ring of Honor. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And what's his story? Like, what's his deal?
I don't know.
He's a
kinda
maniac.
weird.
I thought they had to have stories like I was a Scottish Highlander and I rose from the dead. Now I fight people or whatever.
You're thinking of 80s and 90s.
Okay, they don't have stories anymore.
It's Jason Kincaid.
Okay.
Yes, Jason Kincaid. That's it.
Yeah, he's a lunatic.
He was crazy. The thing that blew me away about him was that he had a move where apparently he just sat cross-legged in the middle of the ring and was apparently meditating. And then
Okay.
the other guy kept trying to stomp on him, and apparently because of his being in tune with his zen,
Right,
or
right,
whatever,
his zen.
Wow.
was able to dodge every kick, and it was ridiculous, and it made me
Wow.
laugh really hard.
Do you think he was really meditating? That would be something.
No,
No,
I think
you
that's what
don't.
they call
Lewis Bishop
kayfabe.
was able to do a similar thing when he was a strip club manager.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, when he would have to bounce a guy, but instead of having to get in a fight with him, he would just sit and meditate by the pole, and the guys would just get flung out of the door like with telekinesis and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
That was his stuff. So Sam was telling us about not Reuben Kincaid, Jason Kincaid. You know, Lewis is an expert on all things wrestling. He used to have a
Oh,
wrestling.
not anymore.
But
Drew,
you
Drew
used-
knows way more than I do. now.
Well, you were a manager. I wonder if
I'm an old man. I'm you know,
okay, Sam. I just want to make sure you know that.
I should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. So I wonder if you have any questions. since you're-
Hashtag Screw Vader get?
Oh, he's dead. He's gonna
No,
die
he's not
soon.
gonna die.
He's gonna
He's
die.
fine.
Is that a wrestler?
Yeah.
Not
Vader,
Darth
he
Vader.
he was big in the 90s and 2000. He's got 2 years to live.
Okay. Oh, well, all right.
He's diagnosed.
Oh, okay. Well, Sam, I was wondering if you had any questions since you're new to it, and Lewis and Drew have, and Gary too, to some degree, are huge fans. I wonder if you have any questions about it, or any tips in viewing. You know it's fake, right?
Wait, what? I
Oh,
have to
nothing.
go.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
no.
To ruin it.
It's so great
Sorry,
with it.
you ruined my night.
Okay.
It's still real to me, damn it.
But is there anyone that you want to know you should be watching in particular? Like, how do you anything about which playing cards are worth the most? I don't know.
I don't even know, actually.
It's all so new.
Yeah, I had a healthy period of watching professional wrestling when I was in like junior high.
Okay.
And I stopped, not because I didn't like it or I grew out of it. To enjoy it, you have to keep up, kind of.
Well, and also you were kind of moved on and did your own wrestling by like running into brick walls and stuff. You were kind of
that's
living it. You didn't need to watch it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell me who. Drew, or who should I be looking out for to be the next big rising star?
Drew, go ahead.
Right now, I think unfortunately, he just made his debut on the main roster and got hurt. But I think Finn Balor is going to be the top guy for a few years.
Tell me his name again.
Finn Balor. He used to be
Balor?
Prince Devitt on the independent circuit.
All right.
And I would say look out for the Midnight Express being managed by Jim Cornette. Beautiful
Wow.
Bobby Eaton is a bit of a chubby guy, but boy, can he fly.
Wait, is this a joke? I don't get it.
They were big in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
The Mouth of the South, is that guy?
Is Jimmy Hart still alive?
Jimmy Hart is still alive.
Why can't he be involved too?
Because
he wasn't.
Cornette was the man.
And by the way, it's the Wrestling Hall of Fame, not the Wrestling Hall of Very Good.
Wrestling Hall of Very Good.
Smack.
Oh wow.
Oh, now there's going to be a fight, or at least a fake fight with chairs that
throwdown,
come apart.
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what, Sam? We like to play a game, or at least I do, with our guests every week. And because we're going into Thanksgiving, I've put together sort of a Thanksgiving sports and other stuff, also trivia thing. So we're going to ask you. Yeah, we're going to ask you if it was in your outline packet that I gave you.
I didn't get one.
That you have tossed to the ground.
I didn't get one.
You did get one. So you got it downstairs. And we're gonna ask you some questions and see how you do. And some of it's sports-ish and Thanksgiving, and some of it's just Thanksgiving.
Kind of like our podcast.
Yeah, kind of like sports-ish.
Okay.
How's that sound? Good.
That sounds great.
All right.
Hit me.
All right. Well, you want to start with number one there, Drew?
All right. Which state is top producer of Thanksgiving turkeys? Is it North Carolina, Arkansas, Missouri, Minnesota, Virginia, and Indiana? Or Indiana. Jesus, we give him 18 choices next time?
I'm gonna say Missouri.
No, it's Minnesota is the largest. Yes, I found that surprising for some
Missouri
reason.
does smell like turkey production.
Now, all those other states,
That was my guess. Was
all the other
smell.
states were big, but yeah, the Minnesota is the number one. All right, so
Well, we're off to a rough.
yeah, we're off to a terrible start. And
No, it's
just
been terrible. for
one
a while.
disappointment after another this episode.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, why don't you hit with number two there?
The Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving. Lions by 1934.
Started by 1934.
Yes. What year did the Cowboys tradition start?
By 1934. Cowboys, I want to say, what? I don't get multiple choices?
Well, they're all.
No, we gave you all the choices on the last one.
All the years. Here, I'll give you multiple choices. 1957, 1962, 1966, 1972.
I'm going to say 1957.
Oh, so close.
Damn it.
It was 1966, the same year I was born.
Oh, that's true.
America's team and America's greatest fan the same year.
All right.
And the same year the Super Bowl started. We all, Cowboys, me, and the Super Bowl, all
Yes,
born at
all
the same
all
time.
together.
Imagine that.
All taking the same trajectory.
Yes.
If I don't get one of these, I'm gonna
Yeah.
Kill myself.
Okay, well, how about this? I'm going to try number 4. I'm going to get a little out of order here. When?
Oh, you're gonna hit him with that one?
Yeah, I think he might get this one.
Very sports oriented.
No, it's just Thanksgiving oriented. When was Thanksgiving made a holiday, and by whom? Official federal holiday.
No
Official
options
federal
on
holiday.
this either.
This is not right.
Yes, it is.
The president in question was dead 100 years when that date.
Yeah.
Oh,
Way
that
off.
was not. Okay, just
That would be spectacular.
okay. There was a
It was
typo.
made-
There's a
made
typo.
holiday by Zombie Thomas Jefferson.
And then,
Oh no!
and then Ronald Reagan signed the Declaration of Independence, freeing the slaves from Trump mania.
Unfortunately, it was Zombie Lincoln
Oh, okay.
in 1963. Woo! Okay,
Was it really 1863?
it was
Is that the
18.
typo?
I had
Yeah.
1963 on the sheet, and so they had a whole hissy fit over here. Gary, you want to try number 5?
Sure.
This one's sports-ish.
All right. What running back in 1976? What Buffalo Bills running back in 1976 set the NFL record for most rushing yards in a game when he ran for 273 yards on Thanksgiving against the Detroit Lions to warm up for murdering Kato Kalin?
Gary.
Yeah, it's OJ.
Yay!
I wish you would have read it like it was written.
Yeah, ding,
What
ding,
running
ding,
back
ding.
in
But I could have
1976
got it without
Buffalo
the
Bills?
murder hint.
Yeah, he
We didn't actually murder Kato Kalin.
No,
Kato
he
Kalin,
didn't.
actually.
He didn't actually.
For that matter, he didn't really murder his wife either. He was found innocent.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Hey, well, that's one. That's one for you there, Sam. You got
Oh,
points
good.
on the board. Hey, why don't you try number 7, Drew?
Oh, you give me the paragraph? Okay.
Well, no, that the question is, I just gave more fun information.
Okay, good. So I don't have
That's
to
just
read the fun
no. I'll
information.
read the fun
Okay, good.
information
Which balloon character has appeared most often?
in the
What?
in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Ah.
It says Macy's nowhere on here.
It was because the question. Just guys, you know
Okay.
what?
We're giving him time
Mickey
to think.
Mouse.
No.
Oh.
Snoopy.
God damn it.
Snoopy.
Snoopy?
This year will be his 39th time.
Do the
Really?
fun facts.
Here's a fun fact. Balloons versus wind fun facts. In 93, wind caused Sonic the Hedgehog balloon to hit a lamppost. It fell and injured someone.
That
in
is fun.
In 97, the police had to stab to death the Pink Panther balloon and deflate it because it went careening out into the streets and the people.
Explain that to your kid that
And,
shows up.
yeah, I know. It was like murdering Pink Panther. Same year, the wind made the Cat in the Hat balloon hit another street lamp and send people to the hospital with head injuries.
Why is it an oversized cat in the hat?
I don't know. It just was. And in 2005, an M&M balloon got tangled in a street lamp. So there's some things that happen with balloons.
So they should stop doing
in that
this, is what
parade.
you're saying.
It's apparently a more dangerous operation than it should be. All right. Hey, Gary, why don't you ask number 8 there?
Alrighty. When was the last time the Bengals played on Thanksgiving?
Jesus, I don't know.
Okay. You want to go with that?
No, I'm going to say 1998.
No. 2010. But in
2010.
prime time, for some reason, I guess they're in the AFC North, and there's lots of reasons why they can't play the Cowboys or Lions on that
It
day.
probably just wasn't the right year.
Complicated.
They have to
No,
switch
it's like
what years.
there's always a problem with the AFC North, and they have to play the primetime game only, and that only started a few years ago.
Oh, well.
This is a fun game so far. I think everybody is in agreement. Nothing but smiles on this side of things, Sam. All right, how about this one? It's not about sports. In 1953, Swanson overestimated the number of frozen turkeys that it would sell on Thanksgiving by 26 tons. How did the company handle the excess that was, and how did it change the way the United States eats? I do this all by myself,
Jesus
motherfuckers.
Christ.
I bet they sliced them up and did a deli turkey sandwich.
You know what? I'm going to give you
Close.
credit for that because they did slice them up and put it into the first frozen TV dinners.
Oh, okay.
They made frozen TV dinner. We're going to give you.
These are the hardest questions I've ever. For the next question, man, here's your next question. I'm thinking of a color. What is it?
No.
Red.
No, it's an off red.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh wow! Lewis just played the wah wah music, so apparently that's going to count against you. All right. All right, Drew, do you want to ask number 10?
Isn't it? Okay. When was the last time the Lions won a net Thanksgiving Day game?
Never.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Close.
2014?
Actually, they did win in 2014, but the most recently, they won last year against the Eagles.
Oh, really?
And they've won the last 3 Thanksgiving games, but before that, they lost 9 in a row.
Because they're the Lions.
Right.
Yeah.
And
They
then
might make the playoffs and win their division this year.
yeah,
Yeah. They're doing well this year.
another cat team. Do you have a bit more affinity or more dislike for other cat teams, Sam? Cat named teams.
I would say I have an affinity, but that's because I just have a lot of friends. I have a friend who's a Jaguars fan. I know a bunch of guys who like the Lions. So I would say just for that, by proximity, I would say I have an affinity.
But not because they're cats.
No,
Oh.
it's just purely luck of the draw.
Also, what are you snacking on? It sounds kind of good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear that? Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that's so rude.
We have an excellent setup here. This is not bullshit. This is Mr. Bishop's studio. It sounds kind of good. It sounds like candy. It sounds it sounds like piece by piece stuff.
Sounds like Ken.
You caught me. It's a nerd's rope, but I'm gonna.
Oh, Nerd's Rope.
I mean, first of all, guys, are you impressed by me?
You know what just happened, Blair? You gave him enough Nerd's Rope to hang himself.
Oh, what? What just happened there? I'm just terrified myself because I'm listening. I'm like, this is definitely candy. Here are the reasons why I believe it's candy. I just can't identify the exact candy. I would now like some candy. Damn it.
Right. I'm gonna put the Nerd's Rope on hold.
It's okay. I'm on a pre-Thanksgiving diet, and so I think I'm just very sensitive to it. Speaking of which, here's our final question.
A pre-Thanksgiving diet. You've decided to lose the weight before you gain it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can end up even, kind of. All right. Here's our last exciting Thanksgiving sports-ish question.
Which has nothing to do with sports.
This one has nothing to do with sports. How many calories will the average American consume on Thanksgiving, Sam?
2,500.
Sam, you don't know any fat people.
That would you don't know fat people. That would be like almost a normal just amount of calories. No, 4,500. About 3,000 from the meal and an additional 1,500 from snacking.
Yeah, and I use a lot of gravy, so.
Yeah, and then you have like the Nerd's Rope dip, that you have, and the sweet and sour candy. I don't know, yams or something. I don't know.
What?
I don't know, Sam. It's been a rough day for a lot of us. Is there anything that we can promote for you? We're pretty important in the podcast world.
Right.
Is there anything you've got coming up, or albums coming out, or anything good happening, or just the podcast? Where can we find the podcast?
You can find the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. That's Fuck You, We Like the Bengals. You can also find putting out a new sort of just general comedy podcast called Up Your Butt and Around the Corner.
Okay.
And there's a couple episodes in now, and it's much more silly and not sports themed or anything. Just craziness.
What are the property values like in that neighborhood? As we're looking for a new
pretty
place.
good.
Okay.
Lately,
Schools are excellent.
No. I just got my prostate checked out. It's a safe neighborhood.
Awesome.
Okay, nice. Okay, good to know. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sam. You've been very fun to work with here today, and I hope Jaleesa is doing okay.
Yeah.
We'll never find out because you creeped her the fuck out.
Well, I have her phone number.
She hasn't called back yet.
She has not called back yet.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I didn't do better on the quiz.
Oh no, we wouldn't have it any other way. It's you're,
We set you up for failure.
Yeah, you were awesome.
If you could pass a quiz, you wouldn't be a comedian.
Yeah, you're fantabulous. All right, thanks,
All right.
Sam. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
bye. We kept him on for a long time.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, poor guy.
We had Nerd's Rope to eat. He's fine.
He had to get some energy there. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. You can catch us on iTunes and Stitcher and like us and rate us and Facebook and Twitter. Thanks, Joe Perot and Wills Maxwell. They're our contributors. Hope you subscribe and do some other fun stuff. Mr. Bishop, thank you for taking us out with the jazz trumpet stylings of Mr. Al Hurt.
Sweet shop with my sweetheart Sandy. Got my penny safe, so I'm a sugar daddy. I'm a Hugh Cronin, she my Jessica Tandy. I want candy. Put it in a pile, split it with my bitty, 50-50 down the line. Kinda like close encounters of the cavity kind. I'm talking licorice, kisses, talking chocolate. on your shin guard sandy, cause I wanna knock boots. Lick a peppermint stick till the lollipop droop. Come drop it, don't stop till it's lit, not loose.